Alright, we are looking for derivatives, or finding derivatives. This time I'm going to use some different, little different notation. The name of our function is h of s, and so we want to take the derivative of this. It says find h prime of s. So what we're going to need to do first is we're going to need to rewrite this. So we'll say h of s is equal to, and I'm going to break this up so you'll see this a little better maybe. Instead of skipping some steps. So we're going to break this up into three separate fractions. We got s cubed over s squared. And then we're going to have minus, and we're going to go ahead and leave the 3 up here in the numerator. S squared over s squared. And then we've got plus 7 over s squared. Okay. So we went ahead and just broke this up into three separate fractions. Now I'm going to go through and simplify this down just a little bit. So we have h of s is equal to, so if I took this s squared and took it up into the numerator, we would end up with s raised to the third times s raised to the negative 2. And of course we're going to add our exponents, but first we'll just go through and do the rest of these. So this becomes s squared, taking the denominator and moving it up, so that becomes a negative 2 also. And then we have plus 7s raised to the negative 2. Now what I'm going to do now is continue to simplify this down. And so we want to add our exponents, so 3 minus 2 is 1, so we're just left with an s, and then 2 minus 2 is 0, so we'd have s to the 0, and that just becomes 1. So we're left with negative 3, right? Negative 3 times 1 is just negative 3, and then plus 7s raised to the negative 2. So we had to do a lot of work just to prepare ourselves to take the derivative. So now we're going to have h prime of s is equal to, so we want to take the derivative of s, and derivative of s is 1. The derivative of a constant, remember, is 0. And then of course we're going to take the negative 2, bring it out front, and we have the 7, we'll just put that in parentheses, and then s raised to the negative 3. Okay. And we're going to go through and rewrite this. I'll just say equals 2, 1, minus. Now, we're going to go ahead and write this with positive exponents. So this is s to the negative 3, so that goes down to the denominator. Raised to the, raised to the third power. Alright, so as you can see, this thing, boy, did some reducing down, didn't it? Okay, so that's going to be our final answer. H prime of s is equal to 1 minus 14 over s cubed. 1 minus 14 over s cubed.